Hello, my friends. Namaste. I'm Jill Loftis of Nuit Astrology. Welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of July the 3rd, 2023. Now, this is going to be an interesting month, and so I think this week it is important to get the traction that you can and take advantage of it before things get a little sketchy mid-month, okay? Mid to late month, all right? So this is a week for you to take advantage of opportunities and move forward and use the energy to your best advantage. We launch the week, right? We have Neptune just newly retrograde, right? So just kind of still sending a really nice energy to Pluto. So there is inspiration for change. Use that inspiration in positive ways. We are also having our full moon for the month on Monday. It is the Guru Purnima, the full moon of the Guru, and it is a time to honor your teachers, honor anyone who has been your guru. And that term is often misused. It simply means someone who has dispelled darkness for you, someone who's eliminated ignorance, someone who has brought you information or taught you something. And so it's a beautiful energy to honor and respect your teachers, but also honor and respect what you have learned. Now, it is a full moon, so it's a culmination, and it's in the sign of Capricorn. It's at 11 degrees, 18 minutes, and occurs at 7:39 a.m. Eastern time. So this is a time for cutting cords on structures that no longer work for you, things that are not useful, right? It is a time to let go of old relationships with authority figures. It's a time to deal with your daddy issues, okay? It is a moon that has some nice energy. It sends really beautiful blessing beams to Saturn and Pisces. It also trines to the Jupiter and Taurus. Now, it is standing right across the sky, of course, from the sun, but Mercury is there as well. And I see that as an illumination of where you need a little bit more tenderness, a little bit more nurturing, a little less, hardness and harshness, right? So this is a useful full moon. Take advantage of that energy. Now, if you know where Capricorn is, that is, of course, where you want to set your intentions. But in a general sense, Capricorn rules the 10th house of our soul purpose, of our, reason for being, for dharma, for big picture career matters. And so that may be some kind of culmination, or it could be that you are letting go of something that is going to initiate something new. Remember that endings are really just beginnings if you consider them properly, right? All right, Tuesday, that Capricorn moon is going to flow with the Uranus and Taurus, but then it's going to come together with Pluto, all right? And so this is a little bit of catharsis. Remember, Pluto is backing up. It's moving into a very harsh square with the nodes of fate later this month, but it's also wrapping up the Capricorn lessons, right? So we're seeing the last bits of these structures fall apart that are not serving us and that need to be rebuilt, reimagined, right? All right. On the 5th, we have the moon in Aquarius. Always helps you to be a little bit more detached, not indifferent, but detached. So keep that in mind. It is going to square to the Jupiter, so there could be some issues around money, finances, because Jupiter's in Taurus, right? So high vibe this by being appropriately detached and making sure that you are seeing where you need to let go or maybe trim or edit some things in that Taurus area of life. All right, on the 6th, the nodes flip to 0 degrees, and this is the culmination, right? This is the end of a 19-year cycle. Looking back, 2004, 2005, maybe the beginning of 2006. What chapter is closing down and we're beginning something new? What did that chapter teach you? What area of life was that for you? They're wrapping up the Taurus Scorpio lessons and prepping for the new Aries and Libra lessons, all right? So keep that in mind. Also on the 6th, there's a moon void, 9:40 in Eastern to about 1:40 Eastern. So not a good time to sign contracts, kind of floaty, things don't stick, schedule lunch with a friend instead. All right, on the 7th, Mercury in the sign of Cancer, pretty hypersensitive, right? A little bit of merging of the intuition with the mind is going to send a beautiful energy to Uranus and Taurus. So watch for synchronicities, watch for downloads, insights, make sure you're journaling on that day. It's excellent for creativity. The moon is in Pisces. It's going to come together with Saturn. So really allowing any kind of intuitive hits that you have to maybe solidify and become something real. That moon also is sending really nice energy to Jupiter in Taurus and to the sun in Cancer. So Mars is also starting to pick up a really nice flow of energy. Mars is in Leo, right? It's starting to pick up a nice flow of energy as it wraps up that time there to the North Node and the South Node. So this, again, positive, pretty positive week all in all. All right. On the 8th, the moon in Pisces is going to pick up a beautiful connection to Uranus and Taurus. Again, another potential like download. This would be more intuitive versus the Mercury, which is more the mind, right? Today it's the moon, a little more intuitive. So that's really nice. I really love that day for creativity, for spirituality. Check in, meditate, ask for noetic dreams, things of that nature. Great way to work with that energy. And then we finish the week with Mercury in the sign of Cancer, sending a beautiful trine to that Neptune in Pisces. Again, beautifully inspired, great ideas. Just watch as we finish up that week. The moon moves into Aries, gets a little more grrr. I know I have an Aries moon, a little more grrr. And that Aries moon squares the sun. So watch hypersensitivity, anger, things like that. And Chiron in Aries also begins to pick up a square to the sun. So just, watch anger, upset. There could be some really old triggers that get pushed. You may feel this energy of just wanting to break free and be independent, but be a little more tender with your relationships as we wrap the week. All right, I've already done the tarot. The tarot came out beautifully. There are some really great, I feel like 2 very clear directions, and they both had beautiful cards. So I'm feeling really positive about this week. Get the traction, get the things done this week, because like I said, the rest of the month has a little bit of sketch. Okay. All right. Well, if this was useful and helpful, please please comment. I love to hear from you. I am traveling, so I'm a little out of touch, but I appreciate your patience, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay tuned for the tarot. Namaste. Bye. Hello, my friends, and welcome to your Planetary Energy Forecast Tarot Spread for the week of July the 2nd. No, the 3rd. Right, Guru Purnima, the full moon week. All right. Isis Lotus spread, 2 different ways to manage the energy, 2 different directions to move. All right. So the first card is what we've been coming from, right? So the kind of like where we're at. Wheel of Fortune. So seriously karmic stuff happening, right? It almost feels like the wheels of fate are turning. That, all that you've planted before is coming through. All right. And then there's you. Uh-oh. You're worried. You're stressed. You're losing sleep. Things aren't maybe going the way you wanted. Definitely a stress aspect here. You've got to take care of yourself. Got to take care and get your head on straight. I know it's hard. I really do. All right, the environment that we're in, the world, okay? We're going to get there. We're going to achieve what we need to achieve. We just need to have a little more faith, a little more patience, and particularly patience with our own minds, right? All right. And we need to be logical, all right? We just really need to cut through the crap. We need to let go of extraneous obligations. We need to let go of things that are not working in our best interests. Really use this kind of Virgo mentality of discernment, right? Now, the key card of the future, the High Priestess, all right? These are spiritual times, right? That's one of the things that difficulty really does. It helps us to discern what's important, right? And we need to understand our role in this evolution of society and the world, and our divine feminine nature, right? So this is the goddess Isis, in the Lotus spread, right? Veiled Isis. We can't see her completely, but we have to believe in that magic. All right, and then there's 2 different pathways to choose. One, I feel like we got this one last week too. Eight of Pentacles, right? We're learning things. We're gaining skills. This is important for our future, and we need to make sure that we're taking time to better ourselves and to do the work. Another option is Six of Pentacles. We're going to really have people in our families, in our lives, who are going to need our time and energy. And so it's either going to be like, one pathway for this week is to focus on others and service, and the other pathway is to focus on our own internal skills and abilities. All right. And then we have the Hermit. All right. It is so important that you take time in nature, that you take time to be alone, to think, to pray, to meditate, to contemplate, right? Pull back from any unnecessary obligations this week. On the Eight of Pentacles side, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, we have to move in a certain direction if you're going to be taking these actions to prepare for your future. You have to really do the work on the daily. With the Six of Pentacles side, you have the Magician. All right, so people may need your time, energy, your advice, your resources, your family, those around you. You can help. You really can. You have what they need, what you need. On the Eight of Pentacles side, we also have a choice that needs to be made. All right, so you need to take action, but there's a decision. And there could be this waffling kind of feeling, and you've got to move forward. You've got to do it. On the Six of Pentacles side, we have Ace of Cups. All right, so through this pouring of energy into other people, into helping, into healing, we not only become aware of the skills that we have, but we feel a certain sense of emotional fulfillment, and this is going to send us on a new pathway. All right, and then over here on the Eight of Pentacles side, you really will make the progress. I mean, once you see that Two of Wands, you make that decision, you'll be moving in the right direction. It may not feel like you finish anything, but you're moving in the right direction. Over here on the Six of Pentacles side, we have the King of Cups. So this is the healer king. He has emotional intelligence. He's in charge. He's making decisions. So you may either encounter him, or you may wish to embody that energy. And then with that Three of Wands, we also have the Three of Cups. So success, a feeling of emotional abundance, happiness, joy, beautiful. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. All right, so this is the cosmic king and queen coming together. They're both healers, helpers. You could find yourself really, through these acts of service that you're doing, you really find your skills and ability as a helper healer, right? So this one's a little bit more like preparatory. This one is a little bit more pouring your energy and time into others, but it looks like both have beautiful outcomes for the week. So very, very nice spread, very comforting. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.